Hello, my name is Vanessa. I'm a healer, a light worker, and I'm here to help you. In this video, we're going to talk about whether or not you should stockpile food given the situation on planet Earth right now. And I first want to say that you do not need to panic, and panic actually does not help you in any way. So we definitely don't want to panic, and we don't want to be doing anything fear-based either. But I do want to say that it kind of is wild to me that, especially as Americans, and really I can only speak for Americans since I live in the United States and I have my whole life, that we really get spoiled and we sort of expect things just to go right. And for all the worrying that we do about things going wrong, we really don't do a lot to actually prepare in the action form. And besides all of the things that are going on in the world, we also have climate change and things can happen. You could get sick, you could lose your job, there could be a really terrible hurricane, a really bad snowstorm. So yes, we do want to be prepared on some level. And so for me, I recommend highly that you have at least 2 weeks of food saved up in your home, but it's a really good idea if you can to do a 6-month stockpile of food. Just in case, in the unlikely situation that something happens and you are not able to get out of your house to get food, or you suddenly just lose all of your income. So there's 2 different ways that you can do this, and I'm going to use the first way. I'm going to say the first way first, just because most Americans are not going to do the second way. It's really hardcore, and I found some people online that do it. I super respect them, but okay. The first way is the way that I do it, because I am spoiled. I don't like to eat canned foods, so that isn't something that me and my family eat often. So you do want to have a mix though. So what I do is I get some canned foods, and you want to check the expiration date and find foods that last longer. So there are foods like corned beef hash and some chilies, some tuna fish, that last for, I found some now, so it's 2022, that are good until 2025, 2026. So definitely check the expiration dates if you're not a canned food eater like me. And you want to just take like $350, $400 and get some canned goods. You don't have to do this all at once. So the best thing to do, what I've been doing for years now, is every time I go grocery shopping, I just grab some extra stuff, some extra cans, some extra rice, some extra oatmeal, things like that. So you don't have to do it all at once. If you do have the extra money and you don't have a stockpile already, then yeah, go ahead and go out and read the expiration dates. Unfortunately, things like canned vegetables and canned fruits, they really don't last long, usually about a year. So those aren't really going to be good choices if you're in this first group of people where you're not actually going to be rotating the food. That's the second way. So you want to get a variety of foods because we don't know if we're going to have power or not. So you want to have oats are really, really great because you don't even have to cook oats. So you can just add water or, you know, dried milk, powdered milk or whatever. And that's how I actually eat my oatmeal. So just make sure that you're storing all the oatmeal in airtight containers. All of my food like pasta, rice, oatmeal, crackers, anything like that, I store in airtight containers. So you definitely want to have a variety because like I said, we don't know, are we going to have power? Are we going to be able to actually cook? We don't know. So we need to prepare. So you're going to have some oats are really great to have. You definitely want to have your canned foods, and you want to have some pastas and some sauces and things like that. But we really don't need to go overboard. Like I said, you want to just have like a minimum for some freak accident that if you just suddenly can't get out of your house, I think in New England, like the most common thing is like storms, and the weather is always changing lately. It's really like unpredictable. And it's not uncommon for people in New England where I live to have big storms either. So it's really, it makes sense. This isn't like a, oh, we should like freak out. It's just like, no, like we should be taking responsibility and, you know, preparing ourselves for this wild life that we live in and its unpredictability. So that's the first way that you can do it. You can buy foods that some of which you go through, like I eat oatmeal and pasta, so we are rotating that. But as far as the canned goods, we really aren't using that. That's just in case we don't have power. You can just open up a can of food. I have an extra can opener. You might want to get an extra can opener in case anything happens. So just to be prepared, get some extra medicine. I always have extra Tylenol, children's Tylenol, and also children's cough medicine. And I have also some ointment that you can seal wounds. So if anything, you were to get a cut and you can't get out to the hospital, maybe you can just seal it up with this ointment. And I have the bacteria cream as well. So that's the first way that you can do it. And the second way is the hardcore way, and I have so much respect for people who do this. So what they do is they can actually get up to a 2-year supply of food, because what they're doing is they're rotating constantly. So they are eating these canned foods. They are eating, maybe I've seen some, they eat rice, they eat oats and things like that, but they're, whatever they have this big 2-year stockpile for, which obviously has to be long lasting goods. So mostly canned goods and rices that they're storing really properly, and oats. There's a lot of things that you don't think about, like nuts don't last a long time, peanut butters don't last a long time, crackers are not good, they don't last a long time. But these people, they are literally going to the store each week, like we do, and they are buying the same things each time, and they are rotating their stock first in, first out. And that way they have this long amount, a 2-year, I've seen repeatedly people say a 2-year supply of food. That's just not something I'm willing to do, because I'm not willing to eat canned food all year long. I don't like it, and I just don't want to do it. That is an option for you if you really wanted to, if it made you feel safer to have a longer term of food storage. But for me, there's the other reason I'm not going to do that, besides the fact that I just don't want to eat the same foods day in and day out, and canned goods specifically, is because after the 6-month supply of food that I have, I just figure I'm gonna just join y'all. We're gonna stick together, and we are going to, I'm not gonna be, I live in a city, so am I gonna sit in my house with all this 2-year supply of food and like people are hungry? No, like we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna be a community. We're gonna come together, and we are going to work together, and we're going to make it through. But it is, I think, responsible to at least have a small portion of food, and like I said, in case you just can't leave your house, some freak storm, I don't know, it's thunderstorming like we've never seen, who knows, okay? There's infinite possibilities. So I think it is, always, it's like you never want to be on one extreme or the other. You don't want to completely not be preparing and thinking about things, and you don't want to be like, freaking out and, hoarding food. You want to be somewhere in between. You want to have some food for emergencies and a variety of that in case you can't cook, in case there's no power. And you want to have water. I actually have an extra faucet purifier for water and some water. So yeah, you should prepare a little bit. Freak out? No. Prepare a little bit? Absolutely. So anyways, thank you so much. I hope that during this whole craziness, you guys are finding yourself well. I love you so much. Check out my channel. I have tons of videos to help you and connect with you. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and hit the bell, and I can't wait to connect with you soon. Thank you.